this is the T6.1 Sportline, just been released. They've just been arriving at dealers. It's brand new design front bumper. It's only available on this Sportline model. I think it really does give the vehicle a really aggressive stance. So from the driver's position in the actual cab, we've got our traditional leather flat bottom steering wheel, which we have across the range on the T6.1. So this is kind of standard that's in there as well. But they've added a few nice little tweaks as well. We've got a bit of chrome lining on the actual air vents, you can see. That's on here as well. It just brings the dash up. If I turn the key over, that's when things start to change that you're not used to in these vehicles. So we've got our digital cockpit, so full cockpit view that's in there as well, together with our full navigation system with the big screen, which is just loading up now. So as you can see on a dash, we've got the full view. So we can have our maps across on both screens. So we've got it on the screen here. We've got it on digital cockpit as well. And obviously you can change that view depending what you want to. That's on the digital cockpit, so you can change it between the maps and to do your traditional dials on there as well. So your miles per hour and your speedo one as well. I have to say I love digital cockpit. I think it's really good. I know it's quite an expensive option on some of the vehicles to go within our commercial range. And instead of the Sportline, it's the only one you can actually get it on the commercial range unless you move up to something like the California or the Caravelle. But I'd love to be able to see some more of the digital cockpit because I think it's great. I think it's lovely, especially with the navigation system as well, as it's tied in with the big screen that's here. And this is all about, I've said this many times before, but it's all about the dash being more central to the customer. So when you're sitting here as a driver, everything is tilted towards you, so the screen here is slightly angled, so when your eyes hit it, you're on there, and it gives a lot better driving experience when you're driving along. Obviously, you want more information of how the Navigation Pro works. We've done separate videos on that as well. We'll put the links up for that particular video as well. So go and check those out if you want some more information about those. It's the same unit that's in the Californians as well. So you'll be able to check them out and see how those work if you want to know about that. The other thing you get as well is heated seats. So down on here on the dash, we've got two buttons on either side for our heated seats, so we can heat the seats. And then we've got below that is our controls for the heating and venting, so hot and cold, where your fan position is and where you want to come out from. And then finally DSG gearbox, because these are all automatics. So we haven't talked about the engine that's in the vehicle. So this has got the 204 PS TDI engine matched with the DSG gearbox, which is an engine we've used a lot within this range. It's the top engine, biggest engine we do. So obviously that gives you a lot of power, especially in the panel van version that's there, because obviously it depends on what you've got in the back. And obviously we'll take this out for a drive at some point. We'll probably do another review a little bit later on about how it drives. So back outside the vehicle, just a final few things to talk about. Alloy wheels. Now these alloy wheels are 18 inch. They're 18-inch wheels as standard that's on the vehicle. Now you'll see a lot of the sports vans on the T6.1 use 20-inch as standard, but Volkswagen have gone because it's a factory produced vehicle, so a lot of the stuff gets done mainly at the factory, and then we put some other things on as well in the UK because it's a UK designed vehicle. And obviously the wheels are 18-inch, but you'll probably appreciate when we first heard there were going to be 18-inch wheels that were on there, we thought they might look a bit small for the vehicle, but because the vehicle is lowered, I actually think the wheels now are actually starting to suit the vehicle a lot more. This particular one, the Black Edition, has coilovers as standard, so when the vehicle arrives from us, we obviously set the height then, depending on what we actually want it. So this vehicle at the moment is currently sitting at its very lowest setting, so it can be moved up or down if we need to. But that gives you an idea. You can get about 2 fingers or so in the top of the wheel, so I think the wheel does fill out the gap very well there, and it's a nice combination that goes to it as well. I would point out as well, because some people might put in the comments at the back, but obviously with it being the panel van version, the rear does sit slightly higher at the back here, so the gap is slightly bigger. Obviously if you wanted to, you could have it, for example, to be set to be the same, but the other thing you have to bear in mind with the panel van is at the moment there's nothing as you've seen in the back of the vehicle. As soon as you put something in the back of the vehicle, that's going to drop down, and I'll give you an idea of it now, because all it takes is for somebody to sit in it, which we've done, and you'll see it move. Once you've got some weight in the back, which on a panel van you will always generally have some weight because most people buy them to carry goods of some description that's in the back, or tools, so that will bring it right back down then and give you that nice central feeling as it comes down across the line of the vehicle. Well, I hope you enjoyed our first look at the new Sportline T6.1 Sportline model. I really love this vehicle. We've been waiting for a long time for it, from when we first saw the initial shots of the vehicle. I really do love this new front end of the vehicle. I think that's that and the rear spoiler on the back are the two things that really stick in my mind. Please let us know, put in the comments box below what you like about it, what you don't like about it, so we can have a look at those things as well. I should also maybe mention about, obviously these vehicles are on sale now from in there. Now the Sportline, as I say, we've been waiting for it for a long time. Currently at the moment most of the supply or order of these has been taken up, so with ourselves for example there's a 12-month wait list for these vehicles, so we're currently not taking any orders on them at the moment due to the current climate. Obviously you're probably aware that there's issues with vehicle deliveries and things like that moving forward because of component shortages, etc. that's there. So with ourselves for example at the moment we've got about a 12-month lead time on something like the Sportline, but obviously we'll start seeing those come through, and hopefully once those start to improve, later on sometime next year we might see the numbers get bigger for these, and then obviously more vehicles will become available. We'll probably do a follow-up video to this when the Combi one arrives, so we can give you an idea what it's like to drive and things like that at that same time as well, because we're expecting those not too far in the future. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.